Hey gang, it's JC and this is the Daily Dose for Friday, July 27, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. We have great television archives up top, JC's Eye Candy below, and the results of our rock and roll poll question from earlier this week. We update the Daily Dose on Mondays and Fridays. You can also follow me on Facebook at The Showgram with JC Corcoran, also on Twitter, STLJC Corcoran, and of course, right here at jcontheline.com. Is James Holmes the suspect in last week's Colorado shootings? Is he more evil or more sick? And 55% of you say more sick than evil. 45% of you say evil. The big question now is this guy faking it in court, acting all, I've been hypnotized? You know, I mean, it looked like a bad acting job to some people. Now he's claiming to have amnesia, by the way, and a lot of people are wondering whether or not this guy, who is not stupid, obviously, because of his educational background, the guy's got some brains somewhere. A lot of them he apparently didn't use, and he just got completely, I don't know what happens to somebody when they do something like this. I'm not a doctor, but here's the deal. Here's a point I'm trying to make. And there is a point, believe it or not. Is he setting himself up for, hopefully, in his case, hopefully, an insanity defense? Because that's what a lot of people are already saying. We'll see how it plays out. All right, got the Olympics going, and I would like to congratulate everybody at NBC. The Olympics hasn't even started yet. I'm already sick of the whole thing. Now, then you're watching it. It's Olympics, Olympics, Olympics. I tried to turn on MSNBC to watch Chris Matthews the other day, and I get some sort of, Cameroon versus Upper Volta women's soccer game at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, wait a minute. So the Olympics, we're recording this on Friday morning, hadn't even started yet. I don't even want to see it anymore. And then, of course, it's like, all right, we'll break for your local news. It's like, all right, at least a breath of fresh air from the Olympics. Let's find out what's going on in St. Louis. And Channel 5 comes on, and it's like, well, in Olympic news, they're all wearing their Olympic shirts, and it's like, come on. Do you think muscular women, when I say muscular, I'm not talking about those women's beach volleyball players who I think everybody would have to admit are pretty hot. Because I love 6'3" women with no boobs. But I mean, they look pretty good, okay? They look toned. And we're not talking about toned. I'm talking about these muscular women. And I don't think you have to take it all the way to bodybuilders. You can if you want. But I'm talking about women who start to actually sort of look like guys a little bit. Do you find that hot? Do you find that sexy? Do you find it attractive? Yes or no? Please answer in the corner. We'll have results for you on Monday. Paul McCartney playing tonight. If you are watching this at some point over the weekend, you already saw it and you already know whether you like it or not. They got a long way to go before they can top that 2008 opening ceremony in China where it had all those kids, where you remember watching it and going, oh, those are the kids who assembled my iPhone. Eating Well magazine put together a list of health advice that was put together by the Olympic athletes. And here's what they say. If you want to be healthy, don't eat anything that comes out of a package. Eat 30 minutes after you work out. Eat every 3 hours. The more colorful your food is, the better off you're going to be. Grow your own produce. And before you start taking supplements, fix your diet. By the way, the gold medals aren't worth nearly what you thought. The silver medal would bring about $335 on the open market. The gold medal, about $650. The bronze is less than $5 for a bronze medal. The gold medals weigh about 14 ounces, but they only contain about 1/5 of an ounce of gold. And the Olympics already set their first record. They're giving out 150,000 condoms to the athletes. It comes out to about 15 per athlete. That's about 50,000 more than was the case in 2008. 15 condoms per athlete. Party Central. All right. The IOC, the International Olympic Committee, is loosening restrictions on what athletes will be able to post online during the summer games. They can't say where they are. They can't say what they're doing. They can't post information about anybody else or have detailed discussions. And that's after they loosen the guidelines. One member of the Malaysian Olympic team is 8 months pregnant. She's doing the shooting competition. You got to figure the baby's in there going, hey, I'm sleeping in here. All right. By the way, what sport would you like to kick out of the Olympics? According to a new survey, you want to kick out trampoline, badminton, synchronized swimming, table tennis, team handball, and archery. The sports we're apparently most looking forward to watching, according to the survey: gymnastics, swimming, and track and field. I don't know. It takes a lot to get me excited about a 14-year-old Romanian gymnast who hasn't even had her period yet. And if you think I'm making that up, I'm not, because I did an interview with Mary Lou Retton years after she was in the Olympics, and she said, oh yeah, I won all those gold medals before I'd even gone through puberty. It's a little hard for me to get into it. All right. You're watching this freak show about the Jackson family, and you got something like $1 billion of Michael Jackson money floating around out there. And Janet in particular is, usually you think of LaToya as being a complete nutcase, but it turns out Janet Jackson is creepier than all of them. And now Joe Jackson, who actually spends all of his time in Las Vegas, he's flying into California today. Just what the family needs: a rational, calming influence in an effort to reduce a 40% surge in Chicago homicides. Mayor Rahm Emanuel is welcoming Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan and his army of men to guard the city streets. And that ought to work too, because if there's one thing that scares off gang members, it's men in dress suits and bow ties. And Mandy Moore teaming up with her husband Ryan Adams to record an acoustic album. Okay, now your turn to come up with a sentence whiter than that. There's a Republican state legislator in Missouri holding a campaign fundraiser, where he's going to raffle off one of the same types of weapons used in the Aurora movie theater shooting. Representative John McCafferty of High Ridge, he says that the gun was donated to him by the NRA. The NRA says, we don't have any record of donating anything to this guy. This McCarty is on the executive board of the Jefferson County Pregnancy Care Center. Sounds nice, huh? Yeah, except that it's an anti-choice organization hiding behind a name that deliberately misleads people with a misleading name. St. Louis Rams have picked up a new public relations firm. Some guys I've never heard of before. They're called Boxing Clever. This is the firm that's going to put out the advertising, the commercials, and everything like that. And by the way, can you hear those damn cicadas? Just seems like I start talking and they start like trying to shout me down or something. I'm used to it. What do we got here? Boxing Clever. Here's in their mission statement. It has me worried a little. Boxing Clever targets specific channels to reach its target from traditional means to digital and street-level tactics. The agency is known for using innovative and engaging experiences with a visceral, emotive connection that deepens brand affinity and doesn't patronize. I got an idea. How about we just start winning, and then people will go and they'll buy all the merchandise, and you might be able to get near the place, and everything will work out just fine. For a long time now, we've been hearing about sexting, particularly among the 12 to 24, and certainly the 18 to 24 group. And the media certainly portrays this as being unsavory and deviant and even criminal, according to some people who have been looking into this texting thing. Well, the University of Michigan researched this thing. They talked to about 3,500 men and women ages 18 to 24, and they found out that sexting is very common and is not associated with sexually risky behaviors or psychological problems. And sexting for the 18 to 24 year age group seems to be as common and as normal and socially acceptable as anything we did when we were in college. All right. Oh, by the way, Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis came into St. Louis a couple of days ago, and the mayor was there. The city of St. Louis rolled out the red carpet, key to the city. Everybody was excited. Everybody. All right. Now the trailers are starting to come out, and this movie appears to be one of the filthiest things to come out in quite some time. And I mean, really, I'm talking about outhouse filthy. So we'll see whether or not there's any repercussions in that. Regis Philbin sort of defending Joe Paterno in Penn State. He says the sanctions against the university were, quote, overdone, really excessive in so many ways. All right, tried to do Regis there. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. Roughly 21 years ago, a young woman and an intern was drawn in by the gravitational pull of the old Breakfast Club on 93.7 KSD. She went on to co-host and produce with me at the River and KMOX and Clue and KSD again, and was my best friend for about 10 years. She's now making a ton of money, making more than I am. Then again, I'm making nothing, so it's not hard to do. She's a sales manager over at MS Broadcasting, and so now you want to see what Karen Kelly is looking like these days. JC's Eye Candy right below what you're looking at right now. All right, JC's rock and roll poll again. Do you think muscular women, not like the beach volleyball women, but I'm talking about those, really, really strong women, do you find that attractive? Yes or no? Please answer down in the corner. And that's it. 34 days since the Post-Dispatch just stuffed a sock in Deb Peterson's mouth. 34 days. I thought St. Louis seemed like a more enjoyable place. And 65 days since the imbeciles at KTRS pulled the plug on my show there. And in a class move, gave me no severance pay after over a year and a half of working for them. So there we go, as the clock continues to turn. That's it, JC's Daily Dose for Friday, July 27, 2012. A combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. In the meantime, have a great weekend, everybody. We've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.